So sorry to be so brusque there, but Sonia, we're talking about you as a 4-year-old proto artist through the time when you became much more inspired by the visual arts than you had been previously. Previously to 7, you had been kind of just a normal kid enjoying everything. That's what
Say
I'm
that
getting.
again?
When prior to the age of 7, you were just
Yes.
pretty much a normal kid, just like playing around, like most kids do. I
I
mean,
was never a normal kid.
okay,
Yeah. I always used to get away and do time out and go by the river and play with the fishes and make my own perfume
nice.
and get little spankings for that, for cutting my mother's flowers and hibiscus.
So you're very creative and a little bit
Yes.
of a rascal.
Yes, I was a little rascal.
That's nice. That's a kind of a proto artist there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always have a wandering mind.
It's good to be a rascal.
Yes, it is.
We should have more respect for rascals.
I know. Tell me about it. I'm getting their show.
It's easy to do with cats because they're so.
Oh, I love those little things.
Yeah. Did you have a
They're
cat when you
adorable.
were little?
Yes, I did. I had, okay, let's count. I had Meow Meow, I had Few Few, I had Mew Mew. I had three cats all at once. That was when I was, uh, that was about 15 years ago. And then when I was a little girl, I had a cat named Milo.
From what age?
He was so cute. I was about 8.
Nice.
He was black and white. Milo.
Nice. Nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but from as far as the visual arts go, from like 4 to 7, you were doing some finger painting. You were playing with the Play-Doh.
Yes,
You know.
definitely. I would play with the Play-Doh a lot. I would make little sculptures. I would, sometimes I would do pottery. I
Oh, really?
like to do pottery.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Little pots and little rings, stuff like that.
Nice.
Thank you.
Um, that's interesting. Um, would you ever get into sculpture again? You think?
Definitely.
Nice.
It's fun for the hands. It's therapeutic.
I've never done anything like that. I imagine it's very difficult though.
But with your guitar, that's a great skill as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah. So, but I'm
I'm
very
talking about the
good.
visual arts. That's the audio arts.
Oh,
But I mean, you're right because you can cross you can have synthesia across the arts.
exactly, exactly.
They
Um,
they do kind of they could work together
that'll be great.
and
It's always good to mélange. I don't know how to say that in English.
mhm,
Mix up. Yeah, mix
yeah,
up. You know, I think in French, so sometimes my words
sure.
are
So
lost.
you said 7 was like that was the that was kind of your personal explosion
Exactly. My
into
personal explosion was making mermaids because I was fascinated by water. I thought I was a princess in the water.
nice.
We have a lot of fables in Africa about water, so I would draw a lot of mermaids.
It was the mermaids who they brought you into the art world
Yes,
in
and
an
I also
inspired
have
way.
another planet up there. It's called Polyday.
Polyday?
Polyday, yes.
Okay.
I think my mother told you that a long time
No, she didn't.
ago. Okay, yeah.
But whereabouts is Polyday?
It's past Neptune.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
It's in our star system,
it's up there.
in our solar system. I mean,
Yes, yes, it is.
nice.
Thank you.
Polyday.
I'm very acquainted with the other world, we would say. That's why I can invoke spirits.
Nice.
Part of my drawings, I, Can I grab one real quick?
Sure.
Okay. This is the Black Mamba.
So
So-
the mermaid started when you were 7.
Yes.
So moving into year of you being like 8, maybe 9. What did you go to next? What did you gravitate towards after the mermaids?
After the mermaids, I started drawing people. I started drawing guys and girls and families and elephants. I drew a lot of elephants, a lot of birds, a lot of snakes, like this.
Mhm.
I got in touch
Lots of
with
animals. Lots of
Yeah.
animals.
I
Nice.
got in touch with when I drew this. I was in touch with Kobe Bryant's spirit.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what country were you living in at that point?
When I was drawing when I was younger.
When you were 8 or 9?
Oh, I
7,
was
8,
still
9.
in West Africa.
7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. What about when you got to be about 10 years old? After
Um,
the animal period.
about 10 years old, I started really drawing a bit of everything. Lot of women. I loved fashion because my mother was a fashion designer. So as you see my art, if you want to show the audience, it's a lot of beautiful, sexy ladies
Yeah.
in nice, hot clothing. And I started at 10
There's an
years
animal.
old.
There's an animal.
That is a lion.
And when did you do these paintings approximately?
Well, I did this one when I was homeless and I had to show homelessness. This one is called Bitch Please.
Nice.
Thank
This
you.
is the same lady as.
No,
No.
it's a different one. See her?
What's her name?
That's Candy to the Eye.
Candy today.
Yes.
This is Bitch Please.
This is Bitch Please. My
What's her name?
attorney has that.
Oh, what?
Her name's Catalina.
Catalina. And,
Yeah.
and her.
She's Italian.
And what's her name?
Her name is Chuchi.
Chuki.
Chuchi. She's a prostitute. Yeah, she's a very pretty prostitute.
Okay.
And this is Josephine Baker.
Yeah, bring it out so we can see it more in detail.
Yeah. Josephine Baker.
Oh. Okay, just back up a little bit. Okay. Okay, bring it forward, like slowly. Slowly. Keep coming. Okay, tell us about this painting. It's she's got the notes around her.
Yeah, she's very she's basically in another world right now. She's enjoying her music. She's in a trance.
Nice.
She's dancing for the man and she's not even hearing the man. She's not even hearing the woman. She's in her own world, just
Nice.
like me. And I have a little baby of it. Now these, I'm working on these. These are the office copy.
Nice.
Thank you.
We'll probably have laminated versions of those for sale soon.
Yes.
And then this lady here.
This is my own personal godmother.
And about what year did you draw this?
I drew this in 2019, last year, when
Okay.
I was homeless.
What's the name of the painting?
Alunti.
Anuti?
Alunti.
Alunti.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
tell
a
us more
kind
about
of
this
a
one.
combination of voodoo and Catholicism.
Oh, okay.
As you see, she's wearing the
Say your name again?
Alundi.
Alundi. Nice.
Thank you. And we cannot forget this one. Rise Up Queen.
Oh, yes.
I made t-shirts out of this.
Awesome. That's amazing. Uh, okay. So, about 10 years old. Oh, we're talking about years 10, we'll say 10 to 12.
Mhm.
What were you drawing? What were you painting at this point? When did you start painting as opposed to drawing, or were you always doing both?
Oh, I always did both.
Hmm.
My hands were always dirty with paint.
Were
I
you?
wouldn't call it dirty. I would call them soaked with paint.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
And
would have paint all over me.
I noticed more of your comics are more like drawings,
Yeah,
usually.
yeah.
And,
When I draw
did you
my
have a comic side to you? Well, obviously you did. But were you doing the comics when you were 10 to 12, or when did that start?
that started when I went to jail.
How old were you?
I was about 25. I was
Yeah,
a
jail's
wild chick.
that's a good way to occupy
To
yourself in jail.
occupy time, yes, I have to be
Yeah.
honest. And it was a hell of a time. I had the officers laughing. I had the whole crew laughing. They loved me because I'm a nutcase when it comes to drawings.
I should show you one that one of my cellmates said you'll probably get a kick out of it. Well, we'll show that maybe on a later episode
Yes,
when we get into the comics.
right.
I'll have to bring that over for that one.
Yes.
Okay, so anyways, you didn't really start doing that. You were doing pretty much the ladies, the animals, the mermaids.
Yeah.
Um,
Very, very deep things.
would you say they had kind of
Spirits.
like, because your art out is, I would call it trippy. I would say it's like you've got like an immense power, mastery of color.
Yeah.
And did you have that like right away when you were 7?
Yeah, from my mother being a fashion designer, always matching,
Uh huh.
and my father being a banker and always dressing nice. So it was automatic because I would see the colors.
Do you still have any of those early paintings or drawings or?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You don't have pictures of them somewhere?
no,
Oh,
they all got lost from house to house. Unfortunately.
uh huh.
Some of-
I bet you once you become more famous, maybe they'll start finding some of those.
You probably are correct. Yeah, because some were stolen as well.
And they were all. This was Ivory Coast.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ivory Coast here.
When did you move to France?
I was 2 years old. I was
Till you were like
all
5?
the way up till off and on and off.
Okay, you were always back and
Yeah.
forth.
Back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. That must have been. That's a unique experience.
Yes, it was very hard for me to keep friends
Uh huh.
because I was always going from school to school.
Oh wow.
It was hard.
Yeah.
I had a rough childhood, or like a teenagehood.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was when did you start drawing like titties? Because we discussed about that. Was that more
Well, you
later?
could say breasts. It's
Breasts.
More, yeah.
Sorry.
When I started drawing breasts was when I went to France and saw that nude art was very well respected in Europe.
Nice.
And when I came here, I had a shock culture. Not
Uh-huh.
only I had a shock culture, I had a racial culture.
Sure.
And I became very rebellious with my art, and I draw for a while.
And when did you come here?
I came back here when I was 11.
Okay. By here we're talking about United States,
Yes.
Milwaukee.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, I was born here.
Right.
I came back here.
And that's where we are right now too.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Brewtown, Milwaukee, Milltown,
Yes.
Illtown.
Very rough. Very rough. I went to St.
Milwaukee.
Mary. I went to a private school.
Yeah.
Kids were very mean to me. I took out my anger on art.
When you're 11 or so, and then up until.
I was 14 when I went to the Catholic school.
So would you say your art became more provocative at this point?
It became provocative at the age of 17, 18.
Uh huh.
I wasn't really a true artist